Hola, mi gente. Joe Barreto back with you at the Credit Card Connection. I'm so glad you can join me. Well, mi gente, what a month it's been in this credit card space. For the past month or so, we've seen major issuers push out new products, new benefits, new perks, new prices, new fees. You get where I'm going with this. So the thumbnail doesn't lie. It is credit card wars out there. If you think about it, even a card such as the Mesa card, which was a card that was brought out to battle built for mortgages and getting points on mortgages, and then the United Club card, which for a hot minute was the most expensive card you could get out there. It matched the American Express Platinum card for about a month, coming in at $695 for a co-branded airline card. Everybody's throwing everything that they've got to get you to get their cards and to get your money. Today, I'm going to tell you about the battle of the behemoths and just really it took a turn the last couple of days between both of them, between Amex and Chase. And not just because of all of Chase's new benefits and perks with their new revised Chase Sapphire Reserve, but because Amex tried to outdo Chase without even putting out a product. So, mi gente, if that sounds good to you, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe. Check the referral links down below. I really appreciate it. Let's jump into it. So, mi gente, today as I go to record this, it is Tuesday, June 17th. The world stopped because Chase finally dropped at about 8 o'clock this morning all the new and updated benefits and made it official because we kind of knew these were coming based on the rumors that were out there, right? Now, what I liked about this was that it finally put to rest the biggest rumor was that it was possible that the $300 travel credit that a lot of people say are the easiest credit to attain and use in the credit card space for travel was going to go away. And it didn't go away. Okay. So today I'm going to show you the benefits that were just released today and what Amex did yesterday to really ratchet it up and just try to undermine Chase while Chase was basking in their glory. So I'm going to bring up to the stage, mi gente. Here it is right now, coming June 23rd. And I would say June 23rd because although all the new benefits were rolled out today, they will go into effect beginning next week. Okay. So right now, you're going to see it says June 23rd. It's going to tell you reserve travel, better travel at every turn. 8 points on Chase Travel. So if you purchase Chase Travel for flights, hotels, rental cars, cruises, and so on, 8 times. Now, a lot of those categories were 10 times on the older version of the card. You're going to get 4 times, which is higher than what you were getting before, when you book directly with an airline or a hotel, which is a good pickup there, up to $500 on their premium line of hotels, the Edit, and up to $300 back in the easiest purchase of travel that you're going to spend. The first $300 will come off the top. That code says travel, and they're giving you that. Here's where some people kind of were losing their minds because they felt that this was being nerfed. For some people, it's going to be a nerf. For others, not really. Their points boost. Now, if you recall, the Chase Sapphire Preferred, if you did anything in the portal, was worth 1.25 cents. The Chase Sapphire Reserve, 1.5. They've eliminated that, and now they're going to have what they call their points boost, that at top hotels and resorts and some of their airlines, and here they have as the example Singapore Airlines, they're going to give you at least a 2-cent per point redemption, which is huge. Better than the 1.5. But what people liked about 1.5 was that it was across the board for everything. Okay. And they even break down how it works. You go into their either on the app or online, search for hotels, review your options, and book your trip. Pretty easy for them. Then you're going to have their Sapphire Reserve Lounge Network. I'm actually going tomorrow night on the 18th to the Sapphire Lounge in New York City at the Seaport. I'm going to see what the rage is about Sapphire Lounges. It's supposed to be one of the nicest lounges in New York City. But this is one of the perks. And with the card, you're going to be able to go in with up to 2 guests and yourself into the Sapphire Lounges and Priority Pass, which also comes with the card. Like I said, you're going to be able to stay at Edit Hotels and get a $500 credit, which they break up into 2 parts, 250 the first 6 months, 250 the second. Here's the problem, guys. Unlike the American Express FHR credit, these hotels are just so expensive. If you look up the hotels online, you're going to see that they go from $750, $800, $1,000 a night. So getting $250 is good, but when you're talking $250 off $1,000 a night to start with, it's a little bit harder to swallow and may not be as usable as a credit as people would think, right? But they're telling you this, they're giving you the Ibiza, Fifth Avenue, Indonesia, Italy. That gives you the flavor of what these hotels are about. You're going to be able to also call and book all these things through Chase themselves. They'll have private charters for you, city adventures, wildlife encounters. You could speak with a travel designer, which again would be like the concierge, let's say, that you have with a lot of major credit cards, but Amex is probably the one that put it on the map the most. This is cool. They're going to give you IHG1 rewards platinum status, platinum elite, which is their second highest level. There is a problem, though. There was a misconception, and even myself, I thought that this would follow, let's say, the status that if you have the IHG Premier card, you get, you book 3 nights, you get the 4th free. You don't get that if you don't have the IHG Premier card. You're going to get the status, and when you go in, they'll upgrade you and things of that nature. But that 4th night free bonus does not come with this status. You have to be a card member of IHG. Just throwing that out there because I have this perk also on my United Club card. Okay. Now, you're going to get the usual global entry, TSA pre-check, trip cancellation insurance, emergency evacuation and transportation, roadside assistance, primary car rental insurance, which is great. They've actually, like I said before in other videos, have changed their carrier and their coverage, and it's great once again. Trip delay reimbursement. Actually, one of my guys out there chatting used this about a week or so ago. He got bumped off a flight. Actually, they canceled his flight. He submitted all his paperwork to Chase, and they covered everything for him. So, chat, and I thank you for sharing that with me. But that was a huge bonus, and now this is what Chase is bringing. And you're going to see dining, as always, 3 times on dining, which Chase is just famous or infamous for doing, and up to $300 annually in statement credits when you reserve it through the Chase Sapphire exclusive tables. You're also, separate from that, you're going to get a $300 annual dining credit, which is going to get up to 2 $150 statement credits. So one from January through June, and again from July to December, if you get it through their Sapphire Reserve exclusive tables. So this is better as a credit, to be honest with you, than, let's say, a $20 a month Resi credit or whatever, or a $50 every 6 months like the Gold card gives you on Resi restaurants with Amex. This is great. $150. You can actually go to a dinner and have a decent dinner and not just eat appetizers and try not to raise the bill so that you don't go nuts and use more than what you thought. So $300 is a decent amount, and breaking it up in 2 is not bad at all. So they're telling you how to go about booking it. You could do it on Open Table, which I've already saved my card to, and it tells you how to go out, eat like an expert. As you see, there's a lot here. They're trying to push more for venues, for experiences. Again, they took pages out of the American Express playbook. A lot of people are saying now, the Sapphire Reserve has become a coupon book as well. Not really, but there's a lot here to offer. This was one that I was so happy about, and then reality hit me in the face, and I realized that it was a mistake. So as you see here, Apple TV and Apple Music worth $250 annually. So beginning the 23rd, get complimentary subscriptions to Apple TV and Apple Music through June 22nd, 2027. Chase always does this. They always give you an end date just to tell you a day before that they're extending it. But this is telling you 2027. They're saying it's worth $250 annually. They're explaining to you what Apple TV is in terms of their original TV programming, what Apple Music does, how it works. You have to open up your Chase mobile app, go to the credit card benefits section, find Apple TV and Apple Music offers, follow the prompts, link your Apple ID, activate your complimentary subscriptions valued at $250. And if you already have a subscription, it'll automatically be suspended. So why was this kind of a nerf for me? Because I have Apple One. And the reason I have Apple One is because it gives me a lot more storage space also, especially for recordings and things like this. So it doesn't apply. I thought I was going to be able to just use my Sapphire Reserve on my Apple Pay and charge my Apple card, whatever I charge for Apple onto that and get credited. But that's not the case. This is more of a, you got to use their app to get that benefit. Not bad. I'm not saying it's bad, but for those of us that have Apple One, we got to see how this is going to work out. Okay. DoorDash, I never used, to be honest with you, but they're saying it's $420. But the breakdown is $300 annually in monthly DoorDash promos, $25 each month to spend on DoorDash, $5 a month promo on restaurant orders, and then two $10 promos each. That's just a lot of hoops to go through for groceries and retail orders. I'm not doing that. Lyft, you're going to get $120 worth of Lyft. So they're going to give you, again, $10 a month monthly. Great to pile into your rideshare credit if you have it. And then whatever's over, you're going to get 5 times on Lyft rides, which is fine. Peloton, I'm throwing this in the Equinox tank that Amex has. Unless you're really into Peloton, I don't see the real use for this. $10 a month for it. Basically, you're going to pay and get a discount for whatever you're going to use on their app. The one that I really like, and this is pretty big for those of you that buy tickets through StubHub. If you're into sports, especially sports, you're going to get, beginning June 23rd, $300 in annual statement credits on concert and event tickets purchased on StubHub and via GoGo. How it works, you're going to get $150 statement credits from January to June 30th, and again from July 1st to December 31st. So to me, that is a great benefit. I could use that benefit even if you just buy tickets for someone, let's say as a gift. You're going to be able to do it twice a year. At $150 a clip, that's a pretty good gift. So right there, that's solid. So between that and the dining, I can see $600 worth of stuff there, right? Throw in the $300 travel credit, $900, you pass to $795. I hate effective annual fees, but I'm just saying those are 3 credits that benefits that I personally will be able to use. This is ridiculous. The shops at Chase, if you go there, it's not like Saks. It's worse. It's just a lot of money. And to get to that level of stuff and spending, they want you to spend more. Okay. And when I tell you spending more, as it tells you here, unlock even more. So you're going to get Diamond Elite status at IHG, but you have to spend $75,000 on the card. $500 Southwest Airlines credit, but you got to spend $75,000 on the card. Same with A-list status with Southwest, and the $250 at Chase for the shops at Chase credit. To me, I don't have the $75,000, just call it what it is, to spend on one card, especially in this space where a lot of us have multiple cards. So to focus 75 G's on one card is a tough sell. So I'm just saying, to me, this is a little tougher to swallow. So now, why is this the battle of the credit cards? The reason it's a battle, as you see, a lot of what Chase has done, Amex has been doing for a while. Chase just decided to ratchet it up and release it today. The way the benefits are going to work, if you're a current card holder, and I got my card as a product change, so I didn't apply for it. But here in my beautiful Ekster wallet, as always, in Whip I read, the Sapphire Reserve, if you have it now, you will continue to pay the $550 a year until your renewal date hits. The benefits, however, don't kick in until October for those of you that your annual fee won't hit, like you just didn't apply for it. So they're not letting you test those waters until October. What they will give you now are the points boost. So if you're gonna use to go on their portal to buy travel and things of that nature, the points boost will be in effect starting next week if you're a current card holder. If not, to really take advantage of the other benefits will be October. However, you still can use all the benefits that were grandfathered into this card and not paying $7.95 and still being able to taste those benefits in the fall. I'll take that all day, every day. Okay. So for those of you that have the card, you have to wait until October to really realize all the new benefits, unless you want to pay for the card up front, from what I was told. I don't think it's worth it. But Amex yesterday on Monday really did Chase dirty. So Amex just decided to go willy-nilly and throw out there that actually it was a couple of days ago now that they're releasing refreshes to their platinum card lineup, the personal and business, with new perks, a new design card, and things of that nature. But that's all they said. They didn't even say what new benefits were going to be, what the card was going to look like. I mean, it was just a one-upmanship that only Amex can pull off. Okay. That's what I loved about it. They are going to war because they know Chase came in really hot with this release today. They just did. Amex is the king of the coupon books, right? But Amex has one thing that Chase doesn't have and really no other card has. And that's their Amex offers. And their Amex offers are huge. And I'm going to do a separate video on the offers coming up in the next month or so and what those look like, because they tend to really roll them out depending on the time of the year. They'll give you different offers. And you don't only need it on the platinum card, you get it across even their co-branded cards. So it could be the Delta card, you're going to get Amex offers. It could be the Hilton card, you're going to get Amex offers. So that's something that Amex has that no one else has or even attempts to mimic. Okay. So they are battling this out. Who do I think is going to win this? Chase is giving them a great run for their money. I'm not going to lie. Chase really just said, you know what? Your card is $6.95. We're going to make it $7.95, but we're going to give a lot of benefits that people might see useful. Fair enough. But for me, Amex just dropping the bomb a few days before this official release, I will never bet against Amex. I'm just going to say it how it is. Will it be worth it is a whole other situation. All right. There's videos out there saying, oh, it's going to be $1,000 card. I'm not going to speculate on the amount. I'm not going to speculate on the benefits because all they did was tell us changes were coming. We knew changes were coming, but they're really, honing in on the personal card, the platinum personal, and the platinum business. I still think at that point they will raise the card at least up until $850, which is still, a good jump of $155 from where they are now. But I think pushing 900 and 1,000 is a lot for people to swallow. Because when you factor this in, this is where Chase has a little bit of a one-up on them. The Amex trifecta, if you do it, you're looking at $150 for the green, $325 for the gold, and then $695 currently for the platinum. Over $1,000, guys, to max out really their points. Whereas for Chase at $795, you could stop right there and get the Freedom Flex or get the Unlimited and rack up points there and roll them up and get your ultimate rewards points. So for me on that side, Chase still has the win because you have to pay money to get those points and get the multipliers for Amex. So you really do have to pay to play. But for me, the winner, when all is said and done, the one with the force at the end of all of this, will be Amex. And I said this on June 17th at 5:26 p.m. Amex will come out victorious sometime in the fall. You'll see, and it's going to be a big deal. I can see it happen now. But mi gente, I really thank you for being here. There were 1,000 videos out there today on the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So I thank you for being with me. But more than anything else, mi gente, I thank you for giving me the privilege of your time. Until next time, mi gente, take care.